Alright, the riders, I'm at the cluster today. I'm gonna now have to do another. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that too. I don't know how I'm gonna mount it though, if that's the case. So, I'm sorry, I'm kind of brainstorming here. So I'm doing a little channel update again today. For the umpteenth, I don't know, one I've done now. You know, so now the Iron Horse, you know, the guys know the Iron Horse is gone. The Harrow's gone. The Hoffman's gone. The green bike, I have news for you guys. Obviously, you guys will hear the story in the videos coming up. Because as of me starting to share or film this video and have it posted, you know, because I'll have it posted tonight. You know, obviously that we're home from Bay Shore, and that I'm starting to upload all the riding videos from Bay Shore. I'm starting with the cross tour to get that camera done and out of the way, because I don't like the video quality of that one anymore. Only because I've gotten used to the clearer resolution and picture and video quality that the Hero 9 and the Hero 10 and the phones have and all that. I mean, shit. From 2016 to 2018, the cameras have came a long way. And it can't, since the action camera game has started, the action cameras came a long way. You know, because I think the first ones ever were like the GoPro Heroes. And I think GoPro was the first to do, you know, like one of the first into the game for the action camera industry. You know, and the video quality wasn't the best when they started, and then they progressively over time have gotten better with every generation of camera they made. Even up to now, to the Hero 13 Black, I'm sure that camera's got the best quality of video and picture you can get for an action camera. So that's why I'm doing all the cross tour stuff first, and I may, whatever GoPro I grab is going to be all the next round of videos. So that's when I say, when you guys hear the full story, when I start uploading the videos from, you know, this past week, it'll make sense. So I'm going to break the news now. The green BMX bike is gone. I sold it this morning, you know, as of filming this video. Yeah, as of filming this video, I sold the bike this morning. You know, because obviously I'll post a video later tonight. So then I got home, and me and Dad were talking. I was still at home because the guy came to me. He came from the Sturgeon Bay area. Bought the bike. I said, you can go ahead, look at it, ride it if you want. Just don't fucking bend the wheels because the tires are soft. You know, I said, because I told him the tires are soft, so if you want to ride it, I'll put air in them. But they're soft, you know, you'll bend the rims. He's like, it's all right. So then me and Dad were talking. I think it was the day that I told him that I had somebody message me on the bike. And I was talking to him, telling him that, hey, I got somebody that wants to come look at the fucking bike. You know, hopefully they come through. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Oh, Grandpa's following me. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, he wants to come look at the bike. I told him, he's like, well, what did you say? I told him, yeah, it is still available. You know, he was asking questions that I could answer, you know, without having to look at the bike or look anything up. And he's like, well, does he want to come look at it? I was like, yeah. I told him that not right now because we're out of town on vacay. You know, and I told him that we're on vacation out of town. Won't be back until Saturday morning, which was yesterday. And you know, when I started uploading all the, you know, riding shit on the cross tour, which was last night, so, you know, that's how you guys can tell I was back. And I told him, I'm out of town right now on vacation. I won't be back in town until Saturday at some point, you know, because I got to unpack and bring the camper away and all that. Go by grandma, cut the grass, help cut the grass out by grandma, and then help dad at home. He's like, all right, no worries. Sunday works, you know, all right. I told him that's, you know, at any point on Sunday given. He's like, Sunday works. He's like, anytime during the day on Sunday it works. I was like, okay, great. That works for me too, because he had a 4th of July thing coming up, or he had a parade for his fire department that he had to do. So you couldn't on set, you know, couldn't yesterday. You guys could have given him a heads up too. Put your fucking socks down, you dork. Fucking douchebag. You know, so then he ended up coming this morning. Because so I messaged him later in the day yesterday. I was like, hey, still planning on coming to look at the bike tomorrow, you know, meeting today. He's like, yeah. He said it's going to be like 10, 11, you know, between 10 and 11. I was like, okay, sounds good. And then I get up at 9, fully 100% knowing that he's coming. You know, then and I get up and he messages me. He's like, hey, I'll be heading into, getting ready to go in about 20 minutes. I was like, okay. He said that he should be in town about 10:15 or so. I was like, okay, I'll be ready waiting on you. So then I get up, I wake up a little bit, start drinking my Monster, which speaking of which, I should go get some. And I'll be there at about 10:15 or so. And Dad's like, who was that? And I was like, the guy coming to look at the bike. He's like, what time is he going to be here? He said about 10:15. Dad's like, okay, you should be getting ready then. I said, okay, I'm going to go. So I got up, got dressed, got the bike out, got everything I was going with it out. So I sent got the the factory pedals, the pegs, and the adapters for the pegs. Out and ready, had the pegs and the pedals on the box on the tonneau cover of Dad's truck, had the bike leaning up against the house. Dad came out, I was waiting on the guy, whatever. 10:15 shows up. I'm like, what the fuck? Thinking, what the fuck? Where is this guy? All of a sudden, at about 10:30, he shows up. So he's, whatever. I understand if you don't live in an area, you're not going to be too familiar with the area. Understandable. Not mad. Whatever. So then, Dad's like, well, what are you going to do? Because I was talking to him, telling him that I was thinking about trading, seeing if somebody would be willing to trade the bike I just sold for a wheelie bike. So then, because I was, then Dad found a couple of ads on Facebook for the wheelie bikes, the single speed ones, not the fucking ones that are with the derailleurs. So then he sent me a couple to look at, and I messaged on the first one, asked still available, said yes, or asked if it's still available, and then I also asked if he was willing to trade for the green bike. Said it is still available. Unfortunately, right now, I can't, can't justify the trade. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I understand. And so I asked, what's the firm, how firm are you on the price? He said that he was willing to try to get have to get close to what I'm asking for the price, for my asking price. I was like, okay. And he said, but there's always room for wiggle room. I was like, okay, I'll think about it. I should have told him I'm out of town right now, so I can't really come look at it. If anything possible, if you have anybody else lined up to buy it, go ahead and sell to them. But if not, I'll take it if you can save it until Saturday or Sunday, yesterday or today. But whatever. Actually, I just gave a glimpse to it, so I ended up buying one. It's a 29-inch Fit Bike Co. Not sure on the model. It is a single-speed wheelie bike. So I messaged on this one today, and Dad messaged on this one today and asked, about it and see what he would take. He's dropped to 5, and Dad told me, I was like, 5's a little steep yet. Because I know what these roughly go for. Depending on the brand. Like all the SC shit, you're going to be looking at $1,000 or more. Which all the good riders, that's what they ride, is the SC shit. Fucking pussies. That's all the good wheelie bike riders ride is all the SC stuff. And the SC's got some really good looking bikes. And they do. So then Dad said that's kind of told the guy kind of steep yet. He's looking to, spend about $450 right now, or as of right about now. And then no response, or not much of a response, you know, didn't hear back from him. He's like, yeah, I'll do 450. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. You know, because I'll be kicking myself in the ass if I don't take it and it sells. You know, because I'm not going to find one as nice as this one. So I said, tell him I'm going to go get lunch. I'm going to think on it, you know, and see if I can get a little, you know, because normally there's times I don't think the greatest when I'm running on an empty stomach. So then I told him, tell him I'm going to go get lunch. I'll think on it a little bit. I should know a definite answer when I get back. Dude, so that's what Dad told him. He's like, okay, no rush. So then I ordered Taco Bell, waiting on my food, thinking, yeah, I'll take it, otherwise, that's when I decided if I don't take it, I'm going to kick myself in the fucking dick. And, for if I don't take it, I'm going to kick myself in the fucking dick. Because I've been wanting one for years. I just didn't want to spend the fucking money. And, when I was going to buy, if I was going to buy new, I didn't know what to look for. So, then he's like, we can at least take the bike carrier, look at it. If you don't like it, you don't have to get it. He's like, I won't be mad if you don't take it. I said, I know. And I told Dad, I appreciate that everything that he fucking does for me. I do. But, it's like, so then went and looked at it. We met at the strip mall on the corner of West Mason and I think it's Military. So this is what it is. It's a Fit Bike Co. Obviously you can see where it says down there on the bottom tube by the crank. 29 inch in whatever yellow, I forget the name of the yellow. It's got a V-brake, which I may see if, oh fuck, that won't work. With all the cables ran. If it was all the way, then maybe, but so it's got a V-brake, 3-piece 3-piece Fit Bike Co. crank, Fit Bike Co. or Odyssey pedals. Bearings feel dry. Odyssey pedals has got Fit Bike Co. 3-piece cranks, 175 mil arms. That's the length. That's from the center of the spindle hole to the center of the pedal hole. 36 tooth sprocket. 29 inch. They look like polished aluminum wheels. Obviously 29 inch wheels with 29 inch by 2.4 inch S&M. Whatever they S&M. Speedballs. And then the bullet Valsym caps that I had on the green bike, I put those on. Bike is all pretty much stock, I think, except for the pedals. Obviously your Valsym caps, because I did those. The tires maybe. The seat and the posts, I think, are aftermarket. The grips are probably aftermarket. Grips are probably aftermarket. The brake lever is probably aftermarket. pedals are aftermarket, obviously, because I think it'd come with, you know, the Fit Bike Co branded pedals. So so that is the Fit Bike Co polished chrome fork, matching bars, same stem that I had on the green bike, same compression cap. So I may try to find the gold one in the future to go with the yellow theme, but I don't know. So I already got some parts on order. You know, the aftermarket seat, it's got a We the People post and a Stolen brand pivotal seat. Don't know what model. I just know it's a Stolen brand. So tires feel like they're brand new. Well, the bike's pretty much brand new, so it's like, but he done some shit with it. And so I got some stuff on order. I ordered headset spacers to mount for the camera, so I can do the stem, you know, the front of stem mounted videos again, like how I do on the Fat Tire. New seat, because this one's not in best shape. Pedals, you know, the ones that I like. So, but anyway, guys, this one's gonna be a long one here. I know I went on a rant. I think it's a 16 or an 18 tooth sprocket in the rear. So, but anyway, when I wear that chain out and break it, I'll probably put another shadow one on. So, but anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.